Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams,
on the other side, the head. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, a big crowd on hand. They love American football here in the English capital. We're underway from Wembley. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Los Angeles.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum.
He'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pick.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On the option to give to Williams here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Down at the 31. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Stafford now to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Rams.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds down at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the middle. Here's Corum.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Blake Corum.
His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are able to stretch out their lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there, as that one was knocked away.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
So here are the Rams to take over.
They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Here's Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Past the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
At the 33-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Pretty
good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Option handoff to Williams.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1.
ETN once more.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
That's another Jaguars 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And it looks like the Rams might have it, and they do have it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. A short throw there to Strange.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
25-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd
Lawrence.
and 3.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That's good for a Jaguars 1st down.
ETN up the middle.
And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
Just shy of the goal line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
Williams loses the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead, and they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, right back to ETN. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. And they'll go again with ETN.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It's now 3rd.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Results in a 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua. Here is 3rd and 5.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Rams.
Again, it's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down, Rams.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now Stafford.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And the Rams first down.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there.
On the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up
the final shot before the break. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the 2nd half.
A solid stiff arm.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Number 4.
Byron Young there on the stop.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll get this off to ETN.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
13 yards on the play. And the Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Jaguars, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And they'll run with ETN.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the Rams' 6-yard line.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Brought down at the 4-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
On third and goal, Lawrence.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Hunter, his first NFL reception, goes for 6.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
Jaguars 24.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
A jet sweep. Here's Atwell. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That is Joshua Hines Allen getting in there to bring him down.
At the 39-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
12 yards. That's good for a Jaguars.
Now fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
Lawrence will throw.
Second and 11.
He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
13 yards on the play. And the Jaguars first down.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Down right at the line of
No
scrimmage.
gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Another toe for Etienne. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Jaguars first down.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
A handoff for Etienne.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
For a Jaguars first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
And they'll run here with Etienne.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with third and 5.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll go down at the 28. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up second and 3 at the 38-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to find Atwell open downfield. Touchdown, L.A. Tutu Atwell, 50 yards. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
27. Rams. 17.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Now Etienne to start the drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
19 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 40.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Jaguar.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Bigsby, the ball carrier. The tackle by Chris Paul Jr.
Now Lawrence. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Rams are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. After the interception, here's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up
the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Rams.
Adams, the man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Savage on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Here's Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Now we give up the middle to Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Short throw, it's Higbee. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And this offense on third down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
A gain of 12.
12 yards there as they move the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Rams.
Williams going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Game, offense.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. To throw is Stafford. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He juked him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Lawrence to throw. Got a man, that's Hunter. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Here comes 2nd down.
He was covered by Travis Hunter.
Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Stafford now to throw.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Now Stafford.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
It's now 4th.
They snap it to Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jaguars, It may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.